even before COVID, the initial Jubilee campaign of 2012, yes. 2012, then the election of 2013, there was a big issue on the creative economy.
Yeah.
In fact, it was a young campaign. It was these guys who were digital versus those other guys who were analog. And the digital guys won. And they said, among the things we're going to do is, of course, have a sharp focus on the creative economy. 5 years, 10 years later.
We still have the same conversations.
Yeah. Why?
Because one of the things that has affected us negatively is the fact that we are distributed amongst very different ministries. Sasa, tuko ICT, tuko culture, kuna youth and sports. Sasa, ukiangalia, if all these things are put at the table, if this department feels they don't want to handle this, it's easy to say, in your youth and culture, apana in your ICT. Inasi siku hizi ya watoto wanatumia vitu mingi sana za computer. I think in your technology. So, because of that, there is really never one that actually focuses. And that's the problem that has always been there. The more scattered and divided that you are, even amongst ourselves, the harder it is for us to actually get resources channeled into this specific industry.
If you were given a wand and you were told, okay, create a ministry that will focus on creatives and empowering them, what would that setup look like? What would you separate and what should you keep within the same ministry?
You know what I'd do? I'd keep them under the creative economy and separate them into the 7 industries, which is the audiovisual, the audio, we have the new media, and we have the design, we have events. So when you put them under one specific ministry, the Ministry of the Creative Economy, that is in my world, and then now have them focused on the 7 industries that they actually separated into, it is going to be very, very practicable to handle the problems that are facing that particular industry.
Would that be the same ministry that is under youth? Because right now, creative economy is under sports, right?
Yeah.
And then there was culture, which culture then went back to the other side. So would it be youth, sports, creative economy, or would it just be Ministry of Creative Economy? Would there be a different ministry called youth?
For me, I would not.
Or should there be?
I think there should. I think there should. In my world, it would be the Ministry of the Creative Economy. Regardless of whether you're youth, you're a child, you're an old person, anything. That assumption that only the young people are involved in that is what is making the older generation shun the issues that they're actually facing. Because hizi si vitu zetu, ni vitu za vijana.
I actually don't think we need to have a Ministry of Youth in this country.
Because youth is...
Surely...
It's like having a ministry
80% of Kenya is youth.
Yes.
And then you have a ministry for youth.
So that all the ministries solve issues also from a youth perspective. Whether it's, you know.
Because that's how now you end up having, okay, so now we have a PS called Fikirini Jacobs, who's a PS for youth. You remember your youth, so we need to deal now.
Exactly.
Hii ingine sisi wazee. The wazee are only 5%.
Yeah, I agree. Na akipatiwa hapo sasa kwake anaona youth and sports. Okay, let me first play sports hapa. Hawa youth sijajua nataka nini. Ni social media. Si ICT achukue. Nona. Hizi ni vitu za theater. Si culture.
Yeah.
By the end of it all.
It's all over the place.
Yeah.